Hi everyone, it's me, Brittany. I'm 17 weeks today. So as far as symptoms go, I have still been having a little bit of morning sickness. It's not as bad. I just had a couple days this past week that I threw up. So one time it was from what I ate, and then the other instant was just from smells. Like I've been really sensitive to certain smells. But I can tell it is starting to wear off. Also, have noticed, well, I feel like I'm getting my appetite back, but I'm having an increase in appetite. So, like before I was pregnant, I just love to eat, love food, and it had slowed down since I've been pregnant, but now it's picking back up. So, I'm glad about that, and I'm able to eat more of the things that I like. Not to be too personal, but I'm noticing like an increase in my vaginal discharge, and from what I have read, that's due to the increase of blood flow down in that area. Also, I am sleeping better. That Boppy Total Body Pillow, I feel that's been really helpful. So that's been helping me stay on my side, which is best for you anyway. So I definitely would recommend that body pillow, or at least investing into a good body pillow if you've been having difficulty with sleeping. Um, I think that's it as far as my symptoms go or what's been going on pregnancy wise. So, as I mentioned in my last video, I had attended an expo that had elective ultrasounds, but our baby wasn't cooperating, did not want to really show what they are. So, and then when they did, it was just real brief. So, the tech, she wasn't fully sure. So, she invited me to come in to their center, which is called Little Life Imaging. So, they do the ultrasounds in addition to the 3D and 4D ultrasounds. So I went this past Wednesday, and this baby was in the exact same position and had their feet crossed. But after getting the baby to move around a little bit, we were able to see what it was. Um, but I have a doctor's appointment next Wednesday, so that will be with an ultrasound. So I mean, I'm pretty sure that, the tech knew what they were doing, but I'm just going to wait till after I go to the doctors to announce the gender. That's what my husband and I had decided to do as far as with friends and family. So I feel it only be fitting to to announce it on here that way as well. So sorry to keep you in suspense, but definitely check my video next week. And then I know I normally do my videos on Mondays, but next week I'll just do it on Wednesday after the appointment. So I'll just say how my 18-week appointment went, and then of course I'll tell you guys the gender. And just with going this past week to see the ultrasound, it was just so amazing to see like how much the baby has grown and how it's developing, and just to see its movements, and also to be able to see it in 3D. So that's something I meant to mention. I kind of been feeling like I've been feeling light flutters, but I'm not for sure. I don't know how it's supposed to feel. Like I've read that it feels like flutters. I've read that it feels like popcorn popping, which that kind of doesn't make sense to me because I don't know how popcorn feels. But definitely from seeing the ultrasound, the baby is definitely moving around in there. So that's likely what, I have been feeling. So once again, just check back next week to know what I'm having. And also, I will go ahead and select a winner for the Intelligender contest. So I'm going to try to do that today as well and have that video going. So check back for that to see if you won the prediction test. Okay, so this past week I went into a store called Cribs for Life. So it's a business here. They specialize in solid wood nursery furniture. So I have been looking at cribs and gliders and stuff of that nature from various places, from Babies R Us to Target, Sears, J.C. Penney's. So I've seen different styles that I've liked, but I guess I really hadn't been looking at the safety end of it. And I know some of the cribs that I have looked at aren't solid wood. So with something being solid wood, it would last longer. and I'm definitely leaning towards a convertible crib, so that I can have use out of it as our baby becomes a toddler. And then some of the convertible cribs I've seen, either you can convert them to day beds or even full-size beds. So it's something that potentially they can use until they move out to go to school or whatever they choose to do. Um, so I believe the name of the company that actually makes the furniture, based on the brochures, is Baby's Dream Furniture Inc. So on the front of like all the brochures, it says makers of the original convertible crib. So here's like one of their styles. What I like is that everything, well, I like several things, but everything is available in the espresso color, and I am leaning towards espresso. I think it's like a neutral color. So here's like a picture of that same crib as a toddler bed, and then here it is as a full-size bed. One of the features that I really like, they have this feature called Safety Gate. So that part right here, it can flip down. So I am tall, I have long arms, my husband's tall as well, but it gives you an extra 8 to 9 inches of space. So that makes it easier to assess the baby when you're putting the baby in the crib, when you're picking the baby up. And it's also, with the safety gate, it's child-proof. We do have nieces that come over and everything, so it's latches on each side, so they would need to be able to, unhook both sides. It says it can prevent climbing out because of the extra height of the gate, which gives baby an extra 6 to 8 months in the crib. Also, they will convert it to the toddler bed free of charge. And then also what I've been noticing with the convertible cribs, most of them you need to buy a conversion kit. With how their furniture is designed, it doesn't require the conversion kit. And also, why I'm leaning towards going with this store is because they have a flip over dresser. So on this side, I don't know if you really can see it, this is the changing table, but it has drawers and everything like a dresser. And then once the baby doesn't have use for, the changing table, or once you're not changing the baby on the changing table anymore, this actually flips over. So that design that you see at the top becomes a design at the bottom. So I thought that was really practical, because we do have a room to do the nursery, but it's not a huge room. And initially I was thinking of getting the crib and the dresser and the changing table and having, the glider chair. We want to have a little bookcase in there because we want to start, book collection for the baby. But I just thought this would be more practical, and, hopefully we'll have other children as well. But, you only can use a changing table for so long. So I thought that was a really good idea. So I've just been there by myself. I haven't been there with my husband, but he's looked through everything. But we are going to go back. So seems like we're probably leaning towards that. Then I like that they have a 15-year warranty on the furniture. They offer a layaway plan, and you can do that as long as you want. So once we go in, if we decide on something, then we could go ahead and start the layaway plan, and it could be something that we have paid off, a few months before we're anticipating the baby. And also, they say that works well, like if you have relatives that want to contribute to your nursery furniture. If you have the layaway thing going on, they can, either send you money or they can stop by and make payments towards it. And, in some cases you have family, they want to purchase the crib or the nursery furniture for you, and that way you already have, your preference, what you've selected, and they can just apply the money towards that. So, I just wanted to share that. And I'm going to go ahead and show you my belly. So this is with clothes. 17 weeks. That's with shirt off. So I don't know if it's been much of a change from last week to this week, but I'm definitely starting to tell that I'm showing. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next week.